Some missions are not a choice. On a dangerous assignment to recover stolen plutonium, Ethan Hunt, aka Tom Cruise, chooses to save his team over completing the mission, allowing nuclear weapons to fall into the hands of a deadly network of highly skilled operatives intent on destroying civilization. Now, with the world at risk, Ethan and his IMF team, Simon Pegg, Ving Rhames, and Rebecca Ferguson, are forced to become reluctant partners with a hard-hitting CIA agent, Henry Cavill, as they race against time to stop the nuclear fallout. There's never been a threat more destructive or stunts more jaw-dropping than in this film that critics are calling the best mission yet.
But I thought the previous one was his most impossible mission.
This one is less impossible, but it is the best. So,
so then I went and saw the movie. Now, the fun part about the movie, the behind the scenes fun part about the movie is that Warner Brothers screwed up their Justice League movie. And then because of tragedy happening with Zack Snyder, they couldn't really get him to finish it because of what happened with his family. So they got Joss Whedon to save the day. Honestly, I felt like he had a Mission Impossible. If you see the Snyder cut, which I don't advise, that's not the movie we would have gotten. But if you saw where he was going, and the studio's like, you need to fix this, make it 2 hours exactly.
Yep.
You have to. He wanted this to be 2 movies. I need you to change all that and make it 2 hours exactly. And one of the funny things that happened was they were like, Henry, you got to come back and do Superman reshoots. And he went, well, I got this mustache. And then Warner Brothers went, hey, Paramount, I know you need him. And if this is true, I remember reading this. They apparently went, hey, if you shave him, we will pay to digitally put a mustache and beard on him. And they did test footage to show them that they could do it. And Paramount went, ha, no. So instead, because of this movie, Henry Cavill had to do freaking Superman pickup shots with the mustache, and they had to smooth and erase it.
Like CGI lip gate of that. Like, I was not even anywhere in the realm of paying attention to Superman.
Yeah.
And I knew about this happening. Like, it was everywhere.
It was like it was like the biggest middle finger Paramount. Like, now they were like, seems like a you problem. We're on schedule with our movie. We're doing everything right. Your movie was supposed to be done.
Sorry. Wish we could help.
Good luck. Hopefully COVID happens and you just put out a different version of the movie. So that was the fun behind the scenes stuff. But here's the thing. I like Henry Cavill. People think I hate Henry Cavill, but I don't. I really like him.
Okay, but
his Superman movies are terrible. And that's not his fault, Angela. It's not his fault.
Not only do I mention this in our commentary track, but then you also added that as like the trailer for the commentary track.
I thought that was good.
Is me talking about how I really just want to see Henry Cavill like dirtied up. Like, I don't like him.
Oh, whatever. The one before that, it was the clip of me saying, I'm never going to wake up to a wet Rebecca Ferguson. All right. Okay. Don't act like I'm singling you out. But anyway.
And so he's too, I don't like him in the look, his Superman look. No, thank you.
What about this? I mean, he's wearing a suit, but he's sweaty and he's a little grizzled.
It's better. This is definitely better. I still want more. I want like real, like Geralt, like The Witcher, like blood and guts on his face.
Are you excited for his replacement? Is it Chris Hemsworth's younger brother?
Yeah, I gave up on when I was like,
Angela, turns out he gave up too.
Well, yeah, when he gave up, I was like, no, we're not doing. He's pretty good in this.
Yes. So the story of this one, it turns out Rogue Nation was a part 1.
I was reading. This is like considered the sequel to Rogue Nation, which is like
they
funny
didn't label it as a 2-parter.
Yeah.
Skipping to the next movie, that probably was smart that they didn't label it as a 2-parter. But yeah, it's definitely 2 missions, but one definitely is like the sequel to the other.
Yes.
It fills this little arc here. Sometimes there are like duologies and trilogies within films. The one I talk about is like the Star Trek movies, right?
Yes.
2, 3, and 4 are a trilogy because they're about like Spock. They lead into each other and then they have a conclusion, even though the first one's not a part of it. It's like a little trilogy within the series. And then Friday the 13th. There's the Tommy Jarvis trilogy, which is 4, 5, and 6, because they all center around his character. So yeah, these two are very, very connected. I like that Lane is back. They're shipping him around the world.
Yes, like
But-
get his secrets, or like no, to like
Everyone's interrogating
wants-
him.
yeah.
Everyone's interrogating him. But we learned that the syndicate is still there. They didn't get all the funding they wanted, but they are still growing. Lane had a second in command called John Lark, who we never met,
yes,
who is still running the thing. He's like writing about, he has the same idea as the bad guy in 4. He wants to cause like
yes.
huge suffering so that the world can come together under their leadership.
Yeah.
So yeah, the syndicate.
Real classic bad guy stuff, you know?
Yeah, so the syndicate still going. Alec Baldwin's still the secretary there. And Ethan feels like something bad's going to happen. This one feels personal to him. And it starts off with the dream where he thinks he's like at a wedding with his wife.
Oh, yeah.
And then
like,
Lane is there, and then they get hit with a nuke. And the beginning of the movie is such a good misdirect because he's negotiating like the exchange of plutonium, and it gets stolen because he was saving Luther.
Because he saves Luther, and we have to remember this for when we get to the newest movie.
Yes. So he feels like he is responsible for like everything that's happened because he always feels responsible for
but
everything.
he like also is. Like
He kind of is.
Like
He kind of
I
is.
love Luther.
Yeah.
I'm glad he was around for that whole movie.
Yeah.
But it's just like whatever happened to like we don't negotiate with terrorists.
Oh no, he's
like,
negotiating all the time.
He's like, don't kill people I love, and people are like, oh, we could get to you by that.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like that's always.
But the beginning was so good when like they take him and then it cuts to the news report and it's like all the holy sites got nuked.
Yes,
and
everything's exploding.
And it feels like real for a minute. You're like, oh shit. And at first I'm like, part of me's like, is this a fake out? I'm like, well, that would really motivate his character to want to kill everyone. And Wolf Blitzer's there reporting.
Yes, I know. I'm like, what? He just pops up here, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like things are going down. Like,
That was and so one of the
why he feels so.
Yeah, one of the syndicate terrorists like thinks he's so happy. He's like, I'll only give you this information if you let them play my speech. So then they do. And then I love as soon as he gives them the information, they reveal that it's all fake.
They're like the walls of the hospital fall over.
Yeah.
And they're like, you're in a soundstage. You got punked.
That psyched me out in the beginning. Like, oh shit. Oh, like, oh,
They got me.
God. I mean, that plutonium's still out there. That's bad. But thank God.
Like, all right, we got a little bit more time before everything explodes.
But yeah, so the CIA is not thrilled with IMF because, you know, this is where we get
plutonium out in the
introduced to
world.
Angela Bassett as
Yes.
Erica something. But yeah, she tells them like, you're like a bunch of people walking around in Halloween masks.
Yes.
Thought that was hilarious. But yeah, so she doesn't like IMF.
No.
She's not thrilled that Alec Baldwin's a part of it. So she kind of like takes over control of IMF, really. They kind of
have to like listen to her, and she puts Henry Cavill in
yes.
also kind of in charge.
Yeah, she Henry Cavill's there and they don't like each other. Henry Cavill's another one. He's like, I'm just shoot first, ask questions later. Because no one knows the identity of John Lark, and he's team Ethan is John Lark.
Right. He thinks that, and then he's also just like, we can just kill everyone, and then eventually we'll, by default, kill John Lark, and we just shoot everyone we meet. So that's kind of his motivation.
Yeah, and the big stunts for this one, one is the one where he's jumping over roofs, but that was accidental because he accidentally broke his leg in the one shot. But no, the big stunt was the skydiving scene.
Yes, the
halo
jump. And
high altitude, low open jump.
What that meant.
I explained it. I hope I got it right, or the comments are going to rip me apart. But yeah, so they have to jump out of a plane to go to this big arms deal thing in Paris.
Yes.
But it turns out there's a lightning storm. And Henry Cavill's like, I'm going. But this was a great moment in IMAX. I mean, we watched it on a monitor. But if you were to have seen it in IMAX, it's great when they open up the door of the plane and the bars of the screen get bigger and bigger. It was cool. Now, the problem with this, he jumps out of the plane, and it's a cameraman jumping out of the plane with Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
But then they digitally replaced the sky, and then he goes into a CGI sequence of the cloud. And it was just, why did they?
It just feels like.
I mean, it's cool that you shot it practically, but then you
But you don't get to visually see.
You touched it up a little too much to the point where I'm like, well, what was the point of even doing it practically other than to have a little promo video to promote that you did this?
I feel like in like the more recent Stranger Things seasons, I was getting annoyed. I was like, oh, the first season they like did all these practical effects, and I looked it up. I'm like, oh, a lot of these are practical. They just touch it up so much it looks CGI now, and that's like really what's the point of doing that?
We've talked about this on the show. Like sometimes having the practical effect will make it look better. One of the examples is like the last 2 Jurassic Worlds. There are practical effects that are touched with CGI and they look great.
Yeah, just like a little. Yeah. Just something just little to...
And then for whatever reason, sometimes they'll touch it up too much. Like I like the last Predator movie, Prey, was really good. But I think Disney, because they bought it like... They got it like when they bought Fox.
Yeah.
And I think they were like, we're putting this on Hulu. Don't put too much money into the effects. So they had a practical suit and they wanted to touch it up with CGI and then it just made them look weird.
Yeah.
So there's sometimes you don't do that. But yeah, this would have been cool. But it's like, I know you had to put a storm cloud, but like, I don't know. I feel like they touched it up too much. And again, if most of the sequence was going to be CGI anyway, why even shoot it? Why, other than to go, look what we did. Luckily, there's a stunt at the end where he's hanging off the helicopters, which is mostly in camera, which looks really, really good.
Yeah, and that's really fun because you can tell. I like that you can tell the shots of like they just strapped a camera to like tied it up to the helicopter and with a super, super wide lens to try and like film
I
it.
think we noticed like in the IMAX shots with the camera, like when he's in the helicopter, it's the revert. Like we just see the back of his head. I'm like, I feel like that stuntman doesn't look quite like Tom Cruise. I know they're not showing his face.
But like I like that you're like, oh no, he's really on this helicopter because like this is a wide ass lens on, just like hanging on to dear life with him.
But yeah, they like almost die going to Paris. He saves them. It leads them to so they're looking for who they think might be John Lark or works for John Lark. They have like a signal that they're looking for. It leads them to a bathroom where they want to impersonate him. And they get into a big fight in the bathroom. And you had no idea what I was talking about.
Didn't even know how great it was going to be.
I'm like, he reloads his arms, and you didn't understand what I meant until we got to the part where Henry Cavill takes his jacket off and does this weird motion with the arms that looks like he's reloading.
He does it so quick, too. He's like...
That was like the meme. I was like, wait, did he just reload his arms? Which I guess it became so mean. I sent you the clip afterwards. Yeah. Deadpool and Wolverine. There's one moment where they go to a universe where Henry Cavill is Wolverine. Was he rough enough for you in that one?
Yeah,
Did you like the Wolverine? Okay. He's working on a motorcycle looking dirty.
Yeah, that's what I need. Like dirt under the fingernails, like.
But when they have him shoot his claws out, they made it look like the Mission Impossible thing where he's like charging his claws. The cavalry. Great fight scene. It brings Ilsa back into it. So she is back at MI6, but or MIF or MI5.
MI6.
MI6.
Yeah,
okay.
I think so.
I'm like, is MI6 real or is that James Bond? Is there an MI5?
I don't even know anymore.
We'll just say MI6. So she gets back into this. She's trying to prove herself because she was undercover with the syndicate for so long. They think she might not be fully loyal, so she's on this constant mission to prove her loyalty. So she is also looking for John Lark. And they have to meet with a new arms dealer. I forget the name of the character, but it's Max's daughter from the first movie.
Yes.
And I was just like, wow, Rebecca Ferguson, major babe. And they're like, oh, let's just throw Vanessa Kirby in the movie too. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm fine with this. She's taking over the family business.
She is. She's like, she's got her blonde hair.
Yeah.
She's like hanging out in clubs. She's like, I'm ready. I'm in charge.
I think we were joking in the commentary. I'm like, she's intimidatingly attractive. Like, she scares me. Like, she's very gorgeous, but she's very intense looking. Like, I know I now have to watch her be a superhero, and I'm like, I don't know, that lady looks like she's judging me. But no, she's really good in this as the new arms dealer. The big heist moment, the big mission. He has to get Lane. So they will only give him Ethan pretends to be John Lark because they broke the mask. And also that guy actually wasn't John Lark.
Yeah, like no one still knows who that is.
Yes.
So it's like, okay, well then why doesn't just Ethan be Ethan per usual?
So she's like connecting like dealers with buyers and whatnot. So she's like, okay, so for the plutonium, you have to kidnap this guy, Lane. So he's like, oh, fuck, I hate that guy. That's my evil me. I hate him. So the whole mission is like, how do we get in there and get Lane, but without casualties, because Ethan is like the good guy.
Yeah.
And I love, like, you see the scenario play out where he has to kill someone. He's just like, I can't do it. So he comes up with a mission in his head. They do the first half of the mission, and then he goes rogue inside.
Classic Ethan. No matter who he's working for, he's going off book. Like, and all of the bad guys who think he's with them are like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
This wasn't the plan.
Yeah, he ends up getting Lane safely, gets rid of all the bad guys, ends up getting them killed because they shot a poor lady in France. They shot a lady cop, and he's like, no, my watch. I respect women.
I just love that, like, he's definitely killed a lot of people.
Those are bad guys.
Every person he's ever responsible for dying was a bad guy.
Well, they were working for bad guys.
I think that's
they didn't have to work for those terrorists, Angela.
I'm just saying, like, there is a cat, like, there is,
he didn't want to shoot the police officers.
There's definitely someone somewhere, like a janitor, who accidentally gets shot in a crossfire. Like, he's killed somebody somewhere.
No, he's perfect at shooting. Don't you understand? He's perfect. He does twists sometimes.
Yeah, and those backflips.
Yes, he's very precise, okay? Why are you doubting Ethan Hunt? Are you John Lark? You're making me want to hate Ethan Hunt. Turns out, John Lark is Henry Cavill.
Dun, dun, dun.
Which I liked.
That was fun. That was a good reveal. That was okay, I get it.
This is the second spy thing he's been in. I know people wanted him to be James Bond for a bit. I think they have to go younger for Bond. You have to start younger with Bond, and then he can get older.
And is Bond
he can't get
supposed to be
Roger
that
Moore
buff?
older. That's sad. What was it? Sorry.
Is Bond supposed to be that buff? I thought he was more like smart. Right? Like, I thought he was like, I'm a smart spy, not like an action pack.
Bond's usually in shape.
Yeah, but like I feel like Henry Cavill's like more than in shape.
He could probably get lean. I don't know.
I was thinking like Daniel Craig or like, go like Sean Connery. Like, he wasn't like
Sean Connery was 70s fit. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
all right?
but he wasn't.
That was before steroids. All right.
True. It really
It is funny when you see like when suddenly bodybuilders entered the film thing.
Right?
And
you're like, what?
When you watch old Hercules movies, you're like, oh yes, that's what a normal human man should look like. And then steroids come along, and you're like, that is an abomination. It looks great.
Yeah, because Hercules is a demigod.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah, and it's funny when you watch a old Hercules movie now, and you're like, I've seen so many wrestlers that are in better shape. Not even good wrestlers. But yeah, so he was in this, and he was also in the reboot of Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Yes.
Co-starred with Armie Hammer.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, do you not know about Armie Hammer?
No, I don't.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Turns out he has like I think he got like Me Too. Turns out he has like a cannibal fetish.
What?
But yeah, no, when he becomes the villain, he's really good.
Yeah, he is.
He's really good. So he's smart like Ethan, and he's like physically awesome like Ethan.
Yeah, he's like got a real good like he can really keep up with Ethan.
Yeah. Although they do kind of trick him by putting Benji in the John Lark mask, which is funny because we kept joking that John Lark looks like Benji a little bit.
Yes, that oh my gosh. Or no, not John Lark.
Lane.
Yeah, we were like, yeah, they don't even need a mask they look so similar. And then they're like, oh, we're gonna make Benji Lane to give again for like that fake confession, but like trick him into confessing.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention Lane is also the rock scientist who had a map of the entire spaceship in Prometheus and then got lost. I loved when we got to like the third act, and it turns out like they did they had a disease breakout at this one area that connects the water of like India and China and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then we realized they shipped all their nuclear stuff, the plutonium, to this area to irradiate all their water. And the reason they did the disease thing is to make sure that Ethan's wife, who they figured out who she was, would be there. So he had to witness her dying and him failing, and also
It was
Lane.
real personal.
Also, Lane was just gonna die and have John Lark take over, and I like that
was like,
Lark.
"It's fine."
I love that Lark is just like could stop this at any time, but I guess he respects Lane too much. And because he yells at him, he's like, "Why did you have to complicate this? Who gives a fuck about Ethan Hunt? Let's
Right?
just do the plan." And then
Yeah.
like he could kill Ethan when Ethan's under the elevator.
Yes.
And he's like, "No, he's got plans. Here, by the way, we know who your wife is. We're gonna blow her up." So it's a great when they like finally bump into each other.
Yes.
And he's just like, "Oh," and it's great because her
like,
new husband's there.
Yeah.
I forget. Wes Bentley, I think, plays him. And he's like, "What's up, man? Do you want to hang out?" He's like, "Not really."
and she knows. She's like, "Oh no, if Ethan's here, like,
yeah,
shit
she's
is
like,
going
"If
down."
Ethan's here, something bad." And you like, I love how they're trying to make small talk, and she's like looking around, and then she sees Luther, and she's like,
"There's Luther,
"Oh
there's
fuck!"
Benji." Like, oh no.
She's like, "This isn't good. This isn't good." So yeah, it's a very exciting finale where they have to disarm the
This
bomb.
is when we learn Luther's so good at
Yes.
disarming bombs.
He's really good at disarming. So Luther has to disarm a bomb. Benji and Ilsa have to fight Lane, and freaking Ethan Hunt needs to somehow fly a helicopter to catch up to Henry Cavill to stop the detonator. So they got to pull a detonator out before they cut a wire.
This feels very much like the movie we just watched.
It is, yeah.
Very
there's,
similar
like,
format.
A lot of things happening at once. You can't have too many
There's
things.
someone in the sky.
Yeah.
There's someone on the ground with a bomb.
Yes, and the
There's-
helicopter stuff is great
Yeah,
in this.
this is fun.
It's really, really fun. It was going to go on longer. There was a shot in the trailer where he like goes down to street level and almost hits a truck. But I guess the sequence was going too long, so they snipped that part out. Henry Cavill gets horribly burnt with like oil. He's like Two-Face
Like,
at the end.
like disfigured, yeah.
And it is like tense because it is like coming down to the wire. They're fighting Lane. Benji almost dies. They're sitting there, but they can't do anything until he pulls it, and they just have to assume that he did it. And it's a nice
they're
fake
just
out.
like, wait as long as you can.
Yeah.
And hope he did it.
There's like this fake out at the end where it's like all white, and then it's just like him holding the detonator like he did it. Henry Cavill gets the freaking hook to the head.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
brutal. He survives a lot, and then like he gets hooked to the head and yanked down.
Oh my god.
And Lane survives again.
Right? But like what? Like
That was a good time to kill him, I think.
yeah.
I think that would have been totally acceptable to kill
I think
Lane
it's
there.
like obvious that like keeping him around to like interrogate is not helpful. Like he needs to be out of the game.
Yeah, it's really, really good. I remember again, someone who like likes Rogue Nation was like, whatever. I walked out going, "Oh my god, that was great." I take back any reservation I had. That was amazing. Oh my god, I
Right.
love this movie. It's good. It's very, very
That is
exciting.
yeah. like
But
this
yeah,
one.
I really, really liked it. Everything worked for me in that one. And then it's kind of implied that Ilsa and him are like a thing now.
Yeah. I mean, and you get like that. It's like, oh, it's okay because his wife remarried.
Yeah.
So it's like he's still a good guy. He's
Yes.
allowed to.
And I like her. She's like, "No, I have a really great life because of you. Like we couldn't be
Yeah.
together, but like, yeah." I think there was even an alternate ending where he like meets with Angela Bassett's character and then he walks away with Ilsa. But instead they just end it with him in the hospital, just being like, "Don't make me laugh," because he's all sore and
'Cause he's
shit.
like, yeah.
Because he fell off a goddamn helicopter.
right? He like actually is like, oh, here are the repercussions of my actions.
Alec Baldwin died. Alec Baldwin
Yes,
died.
he died. That's
He
it.
didn't make it
That's
out
right.
of
I
it.
forgot.
But yeah,
I was like, I knew he doesn't stay around long.
yeah. And no Jeremy Renner. He's gone.
No, he was just out.
He's out.
They don't mention it really, right?
They don't mention him at all.
We're gonna just assume he went to work for the CIA.
Yeah. Or I don't know.
Someone else, like
Maybe
another.
he just quit.
Maybe he quit to go start a family.
Yeah. He's like, "You know what? Ethan's got this. I'm fine. I'm gonna go back to being Hawkeye on Disney Plus for one season. There we go. I'm gonna go be the mayor of Kingstown. I think that's the show he does. I don't watch it, but I think that's the show that he
yes,
does
that's
now. Yeah, very, very exciting movie. I really like it. And then they were like, "Well, McQuarrie's 2 for 2.
Let's keep going.
Let's bring him back." And then they did Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1.